Alright. Okay. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. It has been a hot minute before I posted a deck profile before. So me and my roommate has agreed that I'm gonna take this time and I'm gonna be left alone for like 5 minutes to post a content video for you guys. Post a new deck profile featuring yours truly. STKNIGHT / Constellars? What am I? Constellarknights now, right? I've evolved along with this channel, guys. Thank you for all the support that you have shown me throughout these years. I really appreciate it. We are really making waves with this channel. We're up to about, what, 5,000, over 5,000 subscribers, which is nuts. And it's all thanks to this rogue deck that we've been rocking all these years. So don't be afraid, guys. Smash that subscribe button. Leave a comment below. I love to respond to all of your guys' comments. And as always, don't forget to join up my Discord. Link is going to be somewhere on my channel. If not, leave it in the comments below and I'll make sure to add you. So this is going to be a deck list post Infinite Forbidden. I know some of you guys are expecting Fiendsmith cards. I'm still experimenting with those and I don't want to throw an unfinished product out there. So I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to show you guys a deck that is, as of now, to me, seems like it's better than the Fiendsmith engine. And because of what it can do versus the Fiendsmith, I feel like it deviates too much away from the Constellar deck itself. So here we go, guys. I'm going to show you the deck profile. Alright, we're going to start with our copies of Alteran and Altair. These are your two one-ups that you are running in the deck. You basically don't want to see these guys starting off, but you do want to access them later on in your combo videos, in your combo plays. You have your, and then we're gonna move on. The rest of them are gonna be 3 copies. 3 copies of Pollux. This guy's a big boy. 1700 attack. Best of all, he doesn't trigger any monster effect activation. 1700 is a pretty big booty, and he can get over a lot of monsters, including SP Little Knight. Yeah, I've seen the faces on my opponents when they bring out SP Little Knight, and I just normal summon and crash over it. 3 copies of Caduceus. This guy is one of the best cards in the deck. He not only searches for your main spell cards. If there was a good trap card, he would also search that one. But he's also, during battle, if he's equipped to a Constellarknight monster, or as a material, basically, it banishes the opposing light or dark monster before damage calculation, which is very important because we are, like it or not, light and dark decks are making their way back into this format, and this is why you're going to start seeing a lot more of Diamond come back into the play. So 3 copies of him, 3 copies of Liren. She is an excellent addition that just got added last year to the Constellarknights, whatever we're calling them now. And upon summon this card, basically, when you normal summon a monster like Pollux, she can trigger to special summon herself. So now you have 2 materials on the board without committing to your normal summon, which is something that Constellarknights have been struggling with. So now when she's summoned, you can go ahead and activate her effect for searching for your Constellar spell card, which is key. I really wish we had more spell cards though. I think like we're heading in the right direction. I think it's a support or two away to truly... So this deck right now, it's a really top tier deck. People don't realize it because doesn't have enough representation. It's basically me and a few other guys in the Discord that are rocking this deck. But with the added support that it'll get, or maybe an errata is all it needs, people will start hopping on this deck and then it'll jump in popularity. You'll see. So 3 copies of this, and then 3 copies of your Sheraton. I've been reviewing videos lately and a lot of people are trashing on Sheraton. I was one of those people like maybe 2-3 years ago, but that's because the build was not centered around him, so you would hate to see him. But now that it is centered around him combined with Liren is essentially an infinite rank 4 monsters, as well as chain blocking, so you make sure that he doesn't get stopped. Yes, he's a level 3, which is really upsetting, but I feel like it brings a good balance to the deck, because if he was a level 4, I cannot imagine how cracked it would be. Upon summon, this guy... regretfully normal summon only, brings back a Constellar monster. Adds a Constellar monster, which is usually Caduceus. Caduceus will special summon itself and then enables you to go into your rank 4 play. So that's it for your Constellar monster lineup, guys. This is a pretty consistent list. If you notice, I've been watching this other Yugi tuber and he explains like the ratios and stuff like that. If you guys know his name, drop it in the comments below. I'm gonna search him up later. But he basically says you need too many 3s is bad. it ruins consistency, and then too many, you need to mix them 1 of and 2 of, and this is what opened up my eyes to deck building. I think it's the key to actually make your deck consistent, which a lot of duelists, a lot of STKNIGHT players don't realize. They'll just throw a bunch of like 1 ofs and 2 ofs in there without realizing that it takes away from the consistency. And a deck that's a rogue deck, it needs to have the consistency factor, guys. If it doesn't have consistency, you're already behind. So that's why I'm running 3 copies of Sheraton, Pollux, Lyran, and Caduceus, because they all gel off one another and they're not bricks at all. Like, one of them does not conflict with another. Versus the Tellarknight build that I had, if you have Caduceus and the Neb in hand, one of those is a brick, right? Because if you summon one, you can't summon the other, basically. So in here, that problem does not happen. So that's why I'm like in this build right now. So the engine that takes the power of this deck to the next level is very underrated, and I don't know why it fell off, but it's still very good, and that is your Horus engine, guys. These guys are amazing. These guys can win games by themselves. They can get over your opponent's monsters by themselves so many times. Like, your opponent's monsters effect trigger when they're destroyed. But with King Sarcophagus, these guys sand, or they can beat over like voiceless voice monsters. It's pretty nutty what these guys can do. And that's without even them going into the rank 8 place, which can also be very threatening. I am running 1 Dumatev. I've had opponents get rid of my monsters, not realizing Dumatev effect triggers, or like cards, that lets me draw basically like 4 cards during their turn. 1 copy of Cubicef, and then whatever his name is, and 1 copy of Happy. I am running this guy because this guy helps me with OTK, and I mean, effect is not very useful. I know they're gonna come up with another Horus monster that'll make this guy obsolete, but for right now, he's still 2500 attack. He's still a good sand, and I'm running him as of now. So that's it for the Horus engine. There will be a combo video. If this video gets maybe like 30 likes, I'll do a combo tutorial video next, and then we'll go from there. For the hand traps, guys, we are still running 2 copies of Ash Blossom. Sorry, not 3, 2, because 2 is all you need. I mean, Ash is good. It's not fantastic anymore. A lot of cards can get around Ash, and the fact that it's once per turn, you don't want to be stuck having 2 in hand. That's why, like, watching that guy's video like really opened up my mind. I'd rather have cards that I can play not once per turn. Cards like Effect Veiler would be a good example. This guy can be played as a 3 of. The fact that and it was a 3 of, but I had to cut down the ratio so I can make room for the next card that's coming back into the format, and that's Droll and Lockbird. If you guys have not been watching the World Championship qualifiers, Fiend Smith Snake Eyes everywhere, guys, and it's really irritating, and it's really something that everybody predicted. So yeah, Konami, good job. You're making shit bland. Who would have thought? But yeah, so Droll is gonna be the poison to that Fiend Smith engine. So that's it for the monster hand traps. For the spell cards that we are running 2 copies of Constellar Tellarknights and 1 copy of Twinkle. Constellar Tellarknights is a really good card, guys. If you haven't played this deck before, first of all, welcome. This deck is amazing. Artwork's epic, and it can get over a lot of different setups, including towers now. This card enables you to rank up or rank down your Constellar monster, which is pretty nutty. And it also enables you to special summon 1 from hand or grave, non-target. It's too bad it's not a once per turn thing on the special summon, or else it'd be busted. Constellar Twinkle, guys, meshed with the Horus engine is it's wonderful, it's beautiful. However, I've decided to take this deck to the next level. Hey buddy, you need help? Come here. There you go.
My shirt is wet.
Yeah, that's my roommate. So I used to increase the level of my monsters by 1, but the fact that I can increase it by 2 kind of enables me to do something nasty. This is why I don't even need the Fiendsmith card. But anyway, I won't get into too far to that. And for the Horus cards, we are still running 2 King Sarcophagus. As you can see the pattern here for each kind of sub-engine. It has its own like 6 total spell cards, 2 of the main ones and then 1 of the loose ones. Yeah, 2 King Sark is good, and 1 of Imperial Tomb just to bait out sometimes my opponent. So that's it for that. And let's go 1 of the spells. For the 1-ofs, we have 1 Called By, because Ash sucks, and Droll is going to be everywhere as well. 1 Rhoda, and then 1 Talent. Hand trap is still very prominent in this format, and you need to be able to capitalize off of it. And then for the trap card lineups, the best trap card in the game today, we got 3 Infinite Impermanence, which is I mean, you guys know what this does. I don't need to explain this to you anymore. And then the newest additions, I'm running 2 more trap cards. It's going to be a Transaction Rollback as well as the Ghost Meets Girl Mayakashi. I need a... You know, I added these guys when I lost to... What's that fire dragon deck called? Tempais. When I lost to Tempais, I got very salty, man, because Tempais are like hand trap, OTK. You know, it's like, I'm like, alright, you guys want to play toxicity? I'll show you toxicity. So now I'm running these guys in there. And as you can guess, I can go into my turn skip by using, and I'll show you how that works. And I wish I could show you how smoothly it is, and I'll do it in my combo tutorial, but I'll go over it briefly here. Alright, so we're gonna go over the extra deck here. We have, for our links, we have an IP Masquerena, we have an SP Little Knight, and we have Appaloosa. If I am running the Fiendsmith engine, I'll look into those links later, but right now, these are the best ones that you need. Of course, IP into Appaloosa is what I like to go to turn 1, and if it's turn 2, I'll go directly into SP Little Knight with the monsters that I have on board. Appaloosa is my boss monster on the end board, and I think she's gonna stay there. I don't think they're gonna get banned. For the Constellarknights, or I gotta start calling them Constellarknights. We're running 1 Trevor. Trevor is a Met Flex option at this point. I have an extra spot available. I'm not sure what to put in yet, but having a good Teller Knight name is good. 1 Deltaros. This guy's the MVP of the deck. He facilitates the whole deck, makes it playable. 1 Caduceus and 2 copies of Caduceus. This might get bumped to 3 because the deck does struggle sometimes by turn 4. I feel like I'm running out of Teller Knight resources, so this is really helpful. Let's see, what else do I run for the Teller Knights? We're running 1 Ptolemaeus. We're not turn skipping anymore, but she's still there. We are running 1 copy of Pleiades. Usually it's Ptolemaeus into Pleiades during the opponent's turn. We are running 1 M7 right now. This is basically all it's used for is for step up, and then 1 diamond. I don't bring this guy out a lot, but unless I know that I'm playing a dark deck, then he's a must to be on the field. And the way I do that is by having my rank 8 monsters, and that'll be the Zombie Vampire, which gives me a lot of knowledge going first, and then 1 Hope Harbinger. I don't have Photon Lord here, and I guess that's what that flex spot can be used for as well, because I don't see Nibiru a lot. And if I am gonna get Ash Blossomed or Impermed or Veilered even, they're gonna most likely hit Zombie Vampire. So I'm gonna, or like Photon Lord. So I'm gonna go ahead and risk it for the biscuit and try to mill, because this, when it mills Teller names, it's absolutely cracked. As well as this, when it mills Transaction sometimes, and the Mayakashi, I don't even need to use the this card. I don't even need to use Beatrice. But yeah, Gaga Magician is a combo facilitator as well, but Beatrice is the one that helps me with that turn skip OTK now. It's basically a less commitment than Ptolemaeus. I don't need to commit all the bodies, and I'm gonna use her, my German Beatrice, until the ban list hits, which unfortunately looks like it's gonna hit Beatrice as well. But you know what? If it hits Beatrice, I expect it to hit Gimmick Puppet as well. That's only fair, because it doesn't make sense just to hit Beatrice and then not touch those cards that end turns as well. Alright, so now let's go to the extra deck. This is bound to change depending on what the format looks like, but right now 2 Ghost Mourners for time, as well as Awesome to add to that. This is going first, this is going second. Going first, you basically make Caduceus banish this, and then you just win, because they can't even Ash Blossom this, or it's cost to use its effect. And this one is self-explanatory. So 3 monsters. The rest are basically spell cards. We got double droplets. Droplets is a great board breaker. Double cyclones is these are my like quick plays. Self-explanatory. This back row hate is still real. We are running triple tactic talents thrust, as well as the targets for that will be Duster, Dark Ruler no more, which is coming up again, and then Evenly Matched. And then the last 3 best copies to run right now is D-Barrier, because everything is relevant to it right now. All the strong decks have fusions, have XCs, and have synchros as well. So yeah, guys, that's about it for the deck profile. I know it's a little bit fast, but I'm willing to go more into the explanation if you guys need it, as well as in my Discord channel. You guys can go ahead and meet me there, and I can further discuss the details of the cards and the end boards, as well as replays are going to be coming up, and a combo tutorial if you guys want. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. So Constellarknight is out! Yes, it's daddy and baby time now, baby.